main thing that is standing in the way of where you are now and who you want to be, where you want to be, it's yourself. And life's hard enough. We do not need to be getting in our own way. So let's talk about how we stop that. We're just going to have a little chit chat while Luna sleeps. I brought my makeup into my mum's room because the light is so much better in here. I wanted to do a bit more of an informal video just while I get ready, talking about things not to do when you're trying to level up your life and just trying to become a better person if you're on your self-development journey. If you're someone like me that's always trying to learn, evolve and progress in life, stripping it back to basics and having a chit chat. When you've got the urge to speak about something, you need to do it. The biggest thing that holds me back is the procrastination. I saw a quote that's along the lines of, when you hesitate, someone less deserving takes your space. And I don't know about you, but that just doesn't sit right with me. Just because we're sat there wondering whether we're qualified enough or what people are going to think about something, and while we're there worrying, someone else has achieved it just because they've got more audacity. So something big is learning just to do it, to not think about it, to just get on with it. When I start talking about things like this, I realise how many quotes come back into the same topic, like the time is going to pass anyway, feel the fear and do it anyway, don't care what people think. All of these quotes have the same meaning basically, or like leap and the net will appear. I believe in that one so strongly. Like sometimes you think, I don't know how that's gonna work, but you just figure it out. Or like create it first, perfect it later. All of these mean the same thing. I'm saying this as like a reminder to myself, this is a pep talk to me, because I'm like looking in the mirror, talking to myself about this. So we are not going to procrastinate anymore. We've done the planning, you've done the thinking, you've done the groundwork, like just do it. I hide behind the action that needs to be done with planning because it feels like, well, I'm kind of working towards it, but like not really. Obviously some things you do need to plan, but at some point you just have to rip the bandage off. Next thing we're not going to do, we are not going to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Like we're going to actually learn, because things may have gone wrong in the past and that is fine, that happens to everyone, but what's not okay is not correcting our actions. This was very evident yesterday. I wanted to message someone something and I had the message drafted and I was so close to sending it, and well, I was speaking to my mum and I was like, no, because I've done this before where like I've tried to fight for something, not fight as in argue, but like try and make something work. I've learnt my lesson from that. Like if someone is showing you that they do not care, like it's tough, but learn from it and move on, because at the end of the day you're just hurting yourself. So like I've learnt a lesson. Just because it's not the outcome I wanted doesn't mean it's not the truth. All you can do is learn from it and move on. I was speaking to someone at a brand event the other day and I was like, my content's just not really popping off, like I've been trying for quite a while. And she was like, change it then, like surely it's if nothing's worked you need to do something else. And I was like, God, you make it sound so easy. He was like, yeah, the numbers are telling you something, or like the results of something teaching you a lesson. Like, be aware enough to learn from it. Next thing we are not going to do is talk down on ourselves or belittle ourselves or try and shrink ourselves to fit in, whether that's just in a conversation and you feel a bit like they might not understand what you do or what you're trying to do, or like, you know, when sometimes you just find it easier to talk down on yourself to fit in with a conversation. Like I don't think we realise how damaging that is. Sometimes I'll ask something, I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's just me being dopey. It probably is, but I'm just trying to like soften the blow of something, and it's like, stop putting yourself down in the process of it. Why? You're telling your subconscious that you're being silly when you're not. You're asking like a genuine question, and like you can take up space and exist in that conversation. How you speak to yourself really, really, really matters. It's a work in progress. Yet when you start noticing how you talk to yourself, it does really change a lot. I guess that also comes under the umbrella of like, we're not gonna change ourselves to fit into a situation. Like stick to your guns about something. We basically want to teach our nervous systems that we trust what it's telling us, and by saying your truth, following your opinion, you're giving your nervous system a big hug and being like, I trust the information that you're telling me. Like we wonder why our nervous systems are like all over the place and we're anxious all the time, but we never actually say what we truly mean or say our true opinion on things or do the things we actually like and want to do. Oh, Luna wants to go outside. Do we like my new polka dot vest? It literally arrived in the post this morning. Next thing we're not going to do. We are not going to waste all of our free time on our phones. Like honestly, cut the scrolling out. I am really trying with this. I feel like if you've been watching my videos, you will know, like, I've really been trying to cut it down. But as someone that posts online, I do find it quite difficult to not get sucked into constantly checking it, seeing how, like, posts are performing. But at the end of the day, me checking it a million times isn't going to make a difference whether it performs or not, or if a piece of content does well, or if I suddenly gain 1 million followers overnight. Like, me checking it isn't doing anything. It's just driving myself insane. And I've really realised something I find really helpful, just turning my phone off or putting it in a different room. Sometimes I charge my phone before bed so that I can leave it outside my room somewhere, so that it's not the first thing I see when I wake up. I do have one of the sunrise alarm clocks that I love. This is so random. I'd love to, like, have a one-on-one session with a makeup artist and be like, right, how on earth do I do makeup for my face? Like, what? Because I feel like I have no idea. I think I also had a very bad scrolling addiction when I was in a reading slump, because I thought, oh, what else am I going to do? Like, I've got free time, I'll just scroll. I've been reading I Who Have Never Known Men, I think it's called. It's like an older classic one, and I am really enjoying it. I'm only about 40% of the way through, but it's so eye-opening and, like, a crazy concept to get your head around. I really need to buy a new one of these, but it's lasted me so long. We are not going to talk ourselves out of things, because, you know, when you have this idea and you get this excitement and you're like, oh my god, you think the world is your oyster and you get so excited by the possibility of everything that could happen, whatever the situation may be. When you're feeling that, I want you to almost, like, bottle up a little bit of it, so that when you're feeling down and you don't feel very confident in what you're doing, I don't know, you just don't feel worthy or capable, I want you to think back and be like, no, this is just a feeling. Like, I will feel brave and strong and powerful again. It's fine for our, like, self-belief to be like this, but not if it means when you're down here you are gonna, like, quit what it was, because put too much hard work in to give up and quit. Something I'm trying to tell myself. I wish I could be so, like, real right now with what's going on in my life, but oh my god, why is this not coming off? I've just had the idea, like, maybe we should write little letters to ourselves when we feel down in the dumps or, like, don't believe in ourselves. We can find a letter or, like, a quote from ourselves to remind us and, like, pick us back up again. Because I think it's so easy to forget that when you're in that moment and you're feeling that emotion, like, you forget how you ever weren't in that feeling. Like, when I'm in a sad mood, I forget ever being happy, which is really weird. But I think what I mean by that point is we're not going to give up. Like, the plan can change. You may decide something's not for you anymore, but that doesn't count as giving up. That's just, like, things changing. But if you, like, really believe in something so passionately, it's meant for you. Do you know what I mean? If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Don't give up on it. And the final thing we are not going to do if you're trying to level up your life or be the best version you could possibly be is we are not going to judge. We're going to be so busy and focused on doing our own thing. We don't care what anyone else is doing. We don't care what someone else is. I don't even know. We just don't care. We don't have time to care. Obviously we care about, like, our friends, our family and stuff, but, like, irrelevant things that are just wasting our energy, we don't care. We're not gonna care. Like, we need all that energy we can get on the things we want to do. For me, I mute people if I find them, like, triggering. I don't know, if I just don't find it useful, and if I feel myself being judgy, I just kind of, like, remove what's triggering me to be judgy. On top of that, we're obviously doing, like, self-work and working through why that's triggered us. We don't want people to judge us, so surely it would be hypocritical of us to then judge someone else. We have to practice what we preach. Sometimes I forget that and I kind of, like, go backwards, but it's about being able to pick yourself out of that mindset. I don't know where my lip combo is. Okay, I'm back with a very blunt lip liner. I think sometimes it's nice to think about the perspective of things that we already do that we could stop doing, because sometimes that seems easier than things to start doing. Like, if we already do it, it's just something to stop rather than having to actually add something in. I don't know, does that make sense? A bit of reverse psychology. I've actually really enjoyed filming this style of video, so I hope you guys have as well. As always, let me know any videos you would like to see. I'm actually going to use some of my mum's lip gloss. That's better. I've recently done a little switch up on my socials and have changed my username to Life with Darcey Lane rather than Darcey Lane X, because I feel like everyone just has their name as their username, and I was like, let's add something to it so it's a bit more memorable. I don't know how I feel yet. I kind of wish I just did life with Darcey, but I now can't change it for a month. So if it changes again in 30 days, I don't want to hear it. Thank you so much for joining me. I've had a lovely little chit chat, and we're all in this together as always. Like, we're besties, we've got each other, we're all trying to live our best life basically and figure out the world. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and check me out on my other socials because I post on there multiple times every single day. I will catch you in my next video. Bye.